What's going on, everybody? This is not a video that I expected to ever have to make, but in the interest of transparency and just being upfront with you guys about what's going on with the channel and where it's going to go from here, I felt like it was appropriate for me to open up to you guys about, the changing landscape as far as YouTube is going and what that means for the content that is currently being produced on, the Stout Helm channel. So just to get this out of the way, I'm not going to dive super deep into COPPA and the repercussions from that and all of the specifics in terms of how YouTube is changing, because there are much better videos out there that have already done that. So instead, I'm going to put the links in the description for you to go check those out if you're not familiar with the situation. But to kind of gloss over a lot of the important details, YouTube is in hot water with the FTC and is now changing the way content is identified on YouTube. As such that you have to go in now and mark whether your content is for kids or not for kids. And while that may not seem like a big deal up front, it definitely could be potentially. We just have yet to see why that is. And the reason that YouTubers are so scared is because now content that is being marked specifically for children, that you either designate yourself, or if the FTC or YouTube feels like your content is not classified correctly and they change it, if your content is marked for kids, you lose comments, you lose playlists, you lose the ability to search out certain videos, stories, which I never use, and a bevy of other features that really cripple the growth of a YouTube channel. Now, you're probably thinking, Stout, why are you even worried about this? Your content's not really targeted towards kids. Kids don't really play TEPPEN. And I feel the same way. But, gaming content kind of fits in this weird place in terms of COPPA and what could potentially change from the entire transition. And the reason that, the misclassification, or they feel the misclassification of your content is so scary, is because if they come through and they say, well, this is a violation, this content obviously is made for kids because it's about a video game, then the FTC could fine individual content creators up to $42,000, which is a ton of money. It's life-changing money. And it's a risk that, not a lot of YouTubers are willing to take, especially for a very, very, very small channel like me, where I don't monetize anything in terms of my videos. So what does that mean? Obviously, I'm going to continue to mark my videos as not for kids because they're not made for kids. Kids don't play TEPPEN. And if I ever branch out into another game or something else like that, other types of content, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But what does that mean in terms of what's going to happen January 1st when all of these new rules in terms of COPPA go into effect? I don't know. It's really going to depend on how strict the FTC is going to be and, how harsh the bots are when they go through and reclassify content. This is a lot scarier for big channels who have tons and tons and tons of videos, but it's also scary for the smaller channels like me. Because if they find me in violation of 42 grand, what am I going to do? It also means the potential deletion of a channel that they feel like is problematic. I don't think that I fall under those guidelines, and I don't think I ever have. My content kind of fits in a gray area of anyone could really watch it, but it's not specifically targeted towards people under 13. So on one hand, I shouldn't have anything to worry about. But on another hand, it's really, really scary because all these other people who do YouTube are terrified of what's going to change in January. So I've ranted about this long enough. This video is just mainly me wanting to be open with you guys in terms of once we get past January, I don't know what's going to happen with these videos. I don't know if I'm going to have to stop making videos altogether and focus on streaming on Twitch. I don't know. And I hope that that's not the case, because video editing is my passion, and doing a little bit of graphic design work, really sitting down, digging deep into the meat of a project and putting my own spin and personality on it. That's the aspect of what I do that I really, really like. So I hope that I can continue to do that. We're just going to have to take things, one day at a time. So until that point comes where it becomes way too risky to continue in terms of facing gigantic fines, if it becomes too risky, then we'll figure out another solution, and I'll let you guys know what that is. But until then, I'm going to keep producing videos. Nothing is going to change in terms of the landscapes of the channel just yet. But, since a lot of people have been talking about COPPA and I've been reading a lot about it, doing a lot of research, I felt like it was appropriate for me to come out to you guys and talk quite a bit about what's going to be happening with potential changes to YouTube's landscape, because I guarantee you YouTube is going to change drastically in January. Whether or not it will affect me, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But until we get to that point, we're just going to take things one day at a time, like I said. And I also want to take the opportunity to say thank you to everybody who has taken the time to watch the videos, to everybody who has subscribed, people who have written me in the comments, who have written me on Twitter, Discord. You know, it's been a lot of fun injecting myself into the TEPPEN community and helping it grow. You know, I talked about this with Iowa and Christy and a few other people yesterday, just about how special it is, and how we've gotten to meet so many very cool and interesting people. And, you know, I wouldn't take that for granted at all, because you guys are awesome. You guys are the reason that I do this, that I sit down to produce videos. It's to connect with more people and to do it in a meaningful way. And I've connected with you guys on so many different levels. I've had one-on-one conversations with a lot of you guys about decks. I've played a few sets with several of you guys, and it's been a ton of fun. So I would like to continue doing that, because, you know, we started in early July with, I think, 10 subscribers, and we're up to almost 750, which is, it seems very, very small, but to me, that's crazy. Like, it's crazy that many people have decided that this content is worth their time. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that my content is worth so many of your guys' time. And I appreciate everything that you've given to take the time to watch and write and all this other stuff. I'm not trying to get super sappy with you, but it's awesome and it's very much appreciated. And I don't think I've ever taken the time on YouTube to say that. I've done it on Twitch streams, but I've never done it on YouTube. One other thing that's also changing is I'm trying to stream more on Twitch, and these are usually late in the evenings. I don't have a set schedule, but I am going to put a link to my Twitch channel in the description of all my videos going forward. I pretty much stream all TEPPEN. I haven't streamed anything else other than TEPPEN. We also stream the Zenny for Your Thoughts podcast on Wednesday nights. So if that's something that you enjoy, definitely hit that up and go check that out. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap up this video. The future is uncertain, but I hope we can continue kind of doing what we've been doing here, because you guys have made it an incredibly awesome experience for me. So that is it for me. The next deck guide is in the works. I've got the next set from the Invitational Tournament coming out soon. I just need to add commentary to it. And in fact, I've got a couple of collaborative efforts with some other TEPPEN folks in the works for some really cool videos, and I'm really excited about it. I can't talk about it just yet, but when it's all finished and it's all said and done, put together, it's going to be dope. I know you guys are going to love it. So you guys have a lot to look forward to. Thank you so much. I will see you guys later.